today is certainly a moment of joy, happiness, and celebrations, because we have with you today your parents, your loved ones, relatives, to actually share this moment of joy and happiness. Well, in keeping with the tradition, we'd like to start off with the light of the right man. Get a please invite our chief guest, Major General 𝐼𝙞𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙣, Chairman, Airport and Aviation Services, Sri Lanka Limited, Mr. 𝘼𝙞𝙬𝙗𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙣, Director, 𝘼𝙞𝙬𝙗𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙣, Chairman, Managing Director, Sri Lanka Private Limited, Mr. 𝘼𝙤𝙬𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙤, former Assistant Airport Manager, AASL, Student Council of 𝐼𝙤𝙤𝐼𝐸, Dr. 𝘼𝙞𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙀, Country Head, Sri Lankan Maldives for Kuwait Airways, on the 𝐼𝙤𝙤 board as well. Mr. 𝘼𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙡, ex-CEO, Director, 𝘼𝙞𝙤𝙀 Airline Division, CEO, Founder, the Management Company, Airport Aviation Services, Sri Lanka. Mr. Riza Yusuf, Dr. Mr. Sujjan Mandalan, Commercial Director, Streetmark Transportation, Sri Lanka. Mr. Sanjita Pereira, Country Head, Sri Lanka. Mr. Mahendra Balasubia, Ms. Tracy Allen, Business Development Head of 𝐿𝐶 Hotels, and Mr. Niranjan Ahmed, General Manager of Kuwait Airways. Can you all stand up? Now, right in the oil that brings light to your organization and to the event that we are all gathered here. Well, as the copy, I have welcomed all of you to formally deliver the welcome address on this momentous occasion. I have the pleasure of inviting the Coast Coordinator, cabin crew, and board member, Chairman Award Council of 𝐼𝙤𝙤, Mr. Mohammed Adi, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning to every one of you. It is my privilege and great honor to welcome our chief guest, General 𝘼𝙤𝙬𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙤, Chairman, Airport and Aviation Services, Sri Lanka Limited. Our special guest, Sri Lanka Aviation Hall of Fame, Mr. 𝘼𝙤𝙬𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙤, Country Head, Emirates Airlines, Sri Lanka and Maldives, also ex-head of corporate communications, Sri Lanka Airline, Mr. Sunil Malavan, Managing Director, Streetmark Transportation, Lanka Private Limited, Mr. Rizvi Riyal, Chairman, Managing Director, Traveller Globals Private Limited, Mr. Ramzeen Aziz, ex-Airport Manager, Airport and Aviation Sri Lanka Limited, and Student Council for IAAC, Mr. 𝘂𝐮𝙬𝙧𝙡𝙀𝙀, Country Head, Sri Lanka and Maldives for 𝑘𝐻 Airways, the IAAC Award Council members for Aviation, Sri Lanka Hall of Fame, and our special invitees. The erudite panel of lecturers who have been the pillars behind the success of these graduates, my dear graduates, parents, the organizing team, and ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of International Airline and Aviation College, I warmly welcome the host of distinguished dignitaries who have generously graced this occasion in spite of their busy schedule. Your presence is very welcome, and no doubt it is of immense motivation to our new graduates. I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to all of you at this wonderful milestone in IAAC's calendar as we celebrate the achievements of our students. I am so pleased that we can gather today in person, something we do not take for granted anymore. This is an unusual ceremony in an extraordinary time, which reminds us the simple joy of being together. The basis of our mission is to bring aviation studies to every aspirant Sri Lankan and to our region, no matter where they live. Aviation is a fascinating career for everyone and offers vast opportunities. We at IAAC have been blessed to be connected closely to their field. As we have an official retirement age in the country, now it is time to give back our knowledge and experience to the future generation. As the aviation still runs down in our blood, it is in this backdrop that IACC was set up, and our noble intention to have an afforded aviation-related studies to everyone who has a passion to join the noble field. We are very young and with only 7 years in existence in this aviation industry in Sri Lanka. I am extremely proud to say that we have reached the highest level of standard and also being recognized as the #1 aviation institute in Sri Lanka and Maldives. Our students are not only from Colombo but far away from Kurunagala, Jaffna, Hambantota, Anuradhapura and so on. We also conduct online classes to students from Maldives, Indonesia, Jordan and so on. Although the COVID-19 pandemic brought a setback for the aviation industry, this is the industry that will bring the world back together. The IAAC, having understood this and the need to ensure we are strong to revert back, we continue to conduct our classes online during the pandemic. By doing that, we are happy that most airlines who retrench staff, reduce frequencies, are looking forward for trained, passionate youngsters as the aviation is moving forward. We made sure to give the best knowledge to our students during the COVID-19 through online. We at IAC consider ourselves stakeholders of NGAP, or Next Generation Aviation Professional, a program that was launched by the ICAO to meet the future demand of the global aviation industry. Our 4 courses, Diploma in Cabin Crew, Diploma in Ground Operation, Diploma in Ticketing and Reservation, and Diploma in Cargo and Logistics, are the rudiments and essential of aviation. And the lecturers who have over 35 years of experience in their selected field, our students are in very capable hands. The courses are conducted in premises of high standard, and the fees are within the reach of all who aspire to be involved in the field of aviation. To all graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations to your academic success, the culmination of many months of dedication and hard work, but of course this is only part of the story. Our graduating classes have endured and overcome exceptional uncertainty and challenges, and to the lecturers who did a tremendous job in this regard. Over 2,000 students have already completed our course. Many of them have found employment in Sri Lanka and abroad, and we are proud of every one of them. IACC also have received Best Airline Training College Award for 2020, was adjudged the Best Airline Training College at the World Business Award in 2021, also recognized as the Asia's Best Airline Training at the Asia Award in 2022. We also have an active Aero Club organized by our own students, where we organize various activities to keep our students tied up with our college, so that we can keep them updated of any new knowledge in aviation, and also by any opening for new careers in aviation.
I'm sure we can put our hands together and give your lecturers a round of applause for their valued contribution. And now, ladies and gentlemen, outstanding individuals, I'd call them personalities par excellence, and the students, before of course we recognize them later on in the morning, the students have actually put together a little booklet on these dynamic individuals. Let me now invite them individually. Let me first invite Venumi Venara Udumalagala Gamage on stage. Why the silence? Come on, put your hands together. Give it a round to be. Mr. 𝘂𝐮𝐬𝐻𝑒𝐼𝐴 𝘍𝐴, Area Manager, Sri Lanka and Maldives, Emirates. People I also have the wonderful opportunity of working with. The Traveller Global Private Limited, and to present this little booklet is 𝘼𝙤𝙪𝙧 to none other than Mr. Rizmi Riyal. Managing Director of Speedmark Transportation Lanka Private Limited, one of our honored guests today. And this booklet has been prepared by Sonali Kavishka Chandrasekhara on Mr. Sunil Manavara. And to make the final, and this is to another outstanding personality, the IAAC College Board Member, Mr. Ramzeen Aziz. I need to look at my phone to give you his profile. He has a PhD from MSU Malaysia, an MBA Marketing, a BSc Management from MS Airline, a practicing marketer, a SLIM, Certified Professional Marketer, Asia, Executive Council member, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, Vice President for Sri Lanka for the Academy for Global Business Advancement, USA, a member of Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport Sri Lanka, and a member of the Asia Pacific Institute for Events Management, APIEM. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the keynote address, I have the pleasure of inviting Dr. Sumit De Silva.
To all of you, ladies and gentlemen, Chief guest today, Retired Major General G.H. Chandrasekhara, Chairman of Airport and Aviation Services Sri Lanka Private Limited. Guest of honor, the respected board members of IAAC, the eminent faculty members of International Airline and Aviation College, IAAC Sri Lanka, and the industry experts and the veterans in the industry, dear graduates, parents, and all the invitees. First, I take this opportunity to congratulate the students who are graduating today. You have taken a decision to pursue your higher education and your professional education in aviation. Aviation is, as we even heard today, is a fascinating industry. At the same time, the industry was heavily affected and challenged by many external factors such as the global pandemics, the economic crisis, and the war situations, etc. Today, we have to run faster to stay in the same place. Learning is a permanent change in our life, that we change our behavior through our experience. Learning is also a journey that you search your best version of your life. I have seen many companies introducing a lot of products, such as, for example, Apple. Apple, they continually invent i1 to i14, that you know. So when I look at the company, it has evolved so far in the history and is still evolving. They have launched i4, i5, i7, it goes like that. And I found that even i7 is better than i6, i4 is better than i3, i14 is better than i13. It made an impression on me to realize that still Apple has not finished manufacturing phones or designing the phone. That means even if you look at in our life, you are a product, you are a brand that you have to continue to think of every year to upgrade yourself, because the next version of you is better than the previous version. Hypothetically, if I apply to my life, if I was in 2022, like Sumit 5, then you can think in 2023 is Sumit 6 coming out. So dear graduates, you can think of, you were maybe the version 4. This year, your 5th version coming out. And continuously you will upgrade yourself in the future and you will find your best version. So I wish that for you. Because if you want to compete today in whatever the industry, we have to explore our competitive advantages in our life. So we need to explore our core competencies, where we are good at, and identify it and master it. And aviation is a blue ocean, and you need to find a blue ocean as well. The experience that you get in this industry is very unique, where others will not get the opportunity to gain that such experience. So if you look at the current trend, where are we now? You can see we had a lot of negativities last 2 years, but I suggest you think positive and be hopeful for the future. So these numbers will tell you the current situation in the world. You can see the number of flights, number of passengers that we can see in the world in the field of aviation is growing up. And even the passenger numbers, for example at BIA, it has been increasing. So under the chairman, you are lucky that we have our chairman here of the Airport and Aviation Services, who is responsible for all the 5 international airports in the country. And we had enough problems to face with last 2 years. And it's good that we can see the number of flight movements picking up. The passengers are picking up. A day now is like 20,000 passenger movements at the airport, BIA. And also we have 24 scheduled airlines operating through BIA basically. And recently we had the commencement of 𝐺𝐹𝐼, recommencement of alliance there between Chennai and 𝐺𝐹𝐼. And also very happy to see that in December, we had the commencement of scheduled charter operations between Moscow and Mattala, which is 2 flights a week, operated by Red Wings Airline. And the flights come in full, almost more than 400 passengers a time. That means 800 passengers a week. So these are some positive things that we can see, and you as a youth who are going to the industry tomorrow, and how can you contribute? And also, so our top management is working hard to understand the changes that we need to have as the airport operator and the service provider. And the Terminal 2 was commenced recently and then had to stop due to some other external factors. But again, our chairman and our top management, they are working on to get it back, and hopeful that we will recommence our construction and that will add more facilities for you, the future of your working place in the future. So therefore, stay positive. A day we have around a weekly frequencies around 400 flights a week at BIA. So these are good numbers. So therefore, I want you as the youth of this country to explore the possibilities and new avenues, new possibilities, opportunities in the industry. So you have to get ready with the right knowledge, experience and attitude. You will be joining the service industry, which is around 58% of the GDP of the country. At the airport, we as the airport operator and the aviation service provider always look for the employees with the right attitude and right skill. There are 3 things in our body I just want to highlight here, because whatever the education, we look at 3 areas. One is your head, the other one is the heart, the other one is the hand. What is head? Head is for your thinking, your cognitive thinking, what you learn in the classroom, that will change your mindset. When you go to work, that you need to use your head. and head is mixed with your heart, you don't think from your heart, but you mix your heart when you do the service. You serve the people with love, passion. You think the affection comes from your heart, and skill is your hand. The competence is how you work. I suggest you whether you balance these three elements. Whether my head is on par with the heart and the hand. No, back. So these three areas, I have seen many people with good heads but with not good hearts. Maybe you are very good at skill but not with good hearts. So just think of as young graduates who are graduating today, how can I balance these three? Because we need people with passion and love. The challenge that we have at the airport, for example, our chairman always talk about this, the culture. These two pictures, if you look at, as a country also, I've been in service. So we may be thinking at, aligning all the service providers into one direction. Or are we having a confused service culture? So as the airport, we want to create the friendliest aviation experience to the people, the passengers and the airline. So people like you will join our company or another airline, but you will work under our airport. So you are here because of the passengers and the airline. I am here because of the customer. So that is the message that I want to pass to you. And you will be entering into a service industry. So what is service? That you take some action to create some value to the customer. It's your action that you take to create value for your customer. So why then service? Why any company, any country, any airline? But they can brand it as British, they can brand it as Malaysia, they can brand it as maybe Singapore Airlines. However, one airline will be the best in the world. Last year I saw that the Qatar was the best by Skytrax and Singapore the second. Then I look at why they became the first. The answer is what? The answer is, if you look at the Skytrax web page, the front line of each best airline, they show not the aircraft, they show the people. They show the people on the front page of their website. It's not that the airline is having a larger aircraft or the fleet, or it's not that airline is having the largest turbine or the technology. It's the people. You are the one who will differentiate this industry, and that will add value to your company. Therefore, I request you to think of that in a very serious way. So today, people look at the empathy, the commitment, the emotional intelligence is highly valued than your IQ today, how you understand other people, the competence, the communication, whatever. And recently, I looked at some website post, and recently I captured this one. This was in China, when they were recruiting air hostess, the cabin crew to the Chinese airline. They say that they look at not the certificates first, they look at first whether your hands are clean and whether your face fit literally, whether your face is fitting to the customer service, whether your face is friendly. So you go to the mirror and look at you. So you will be the key factor of the organization that you are stepping into tomorrow, and you will be adding value to the company. Finally, I congratulate you all today graduating with IAAC, which is the best airline training academy and the college in the country. And you can continue and pursue in search of the best version of you. Find the best version. Don't stop today. and continue a lifelong learning experience. And I hope you will pursue your career searching the best version ever. Dream high, beyond the sky, no matter wings are so small. Keep vision bright. Just dare to learn and for the world to fly. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Big thought-provoking address and your presentation. Food for thought for all you students. And he did touch on a very important thing, but that's my cue in the next performance. He spoke of people with good hearts. And I know we have lots of people here, everyone probably with good hearts and good human qualities, because the next item that you're going to be seeing on stage is one that we need you to display your good human qualities. This is a dance performance by the students of the Exceptional Children's Educational Development Foundation. Everybody put your hands together and give them a round of applause. simply the best. Come on everybody, give them a standing ovation. They deserve it. This is what I really get moved and admire. I know Ravi's got any gospel with me, right? Yes. Let's hear it.
Oh, that's nice. Well done, well done. Well done.
Recognizing those 4 dynamic individuals who are going to be receiving the Hall of Fame Award. And before we do the presentation, I would like to invite, give him a round of applause.
Major General 𝐺𝐻 Chairman, Airport and Aviation Services Sri Lanka Private Limited, all dignitaries and the invitees, the management of the staff of International Aviation and International Airline Aviation College, my fellow lecturers and dear students and parents. As Dr. Sumit said, International Airline Aviation College strongly believe that it is the people who make the difference in any organization. Thus, keeping up to the International Airline Aviation College mission to honor those individuals and organizations that have made outstanding contribution to aviation and related industries in Sri Lanka, to collect, preserve, exhibit, and interpret artifacts and documents, thereby inspire and educate Sri Lankans. To achieve its vision, keeping our aviation heroes, leaders, and innovators in the hearts and minds of Sri Lankans. Today, this institution has very carefully selected such outstanding individuals who will be honored and included on the Hall of Fame. So let's move on to this important event. Thank you.
Recognize those outstanding personalities, and for that can I please invite our presentation party, our chief guest, Major General 𝐺𝐻 Chandrasiri, also Dr. Sudesh, can we have you also to please walk up? And we'd also like to have come on everybody, let's put our hands together for another round of applause. I know this is a very special moment. Just speak a few words.
I'm not going to take much of your time. I think, first of all, just thank you, General. I'm so proud. And thank you, my colleagues. I mean, all these people who have been lecturing you all, they have been working with me hand in glove. So, just one thing. When you all woke up in the morning today, the students, the ladies and gentlemen, what did you all feel inside? You all somehow wanted to come here? Just show a hand. Who wanted to come here and be here? I'm sure. Everybody? All the graduates? Yeah? Am I correct? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. So that's the first attitude that you must have towards your workplace. When you wake up in the morning, you have to feel that you need to be there. Second thing is, just a minute, if I may take one more minute. General knows more than anything about what I'm going to say now. All these accolades and the good wishes and all the good things that we receive in life will make you comfortable and make you more, what shall I say, proud to be there. But I think he will tell you later, the failures are the ones that will make you a person. that will take you to the next level. So, in military, he knows it. We captured this, okay fine, a good flag for them. But every failure that they made and we make, we must know how to correct it and how to get to the next level. So I'm not going to take your thunder. Thank you very much for honoring me. I'm very humble. Be me, be like that. Like Riza says, we always call much under each other. Most of them call me CD. So thank you very much. I'm very humble and honored. Thank you.
Heartiest congratulations, CD. Our next outstanding individual, for that can I please invite Mr. 𝘼𝙞𝙬𝙘𝙧.
Let me first introduce the next Sri Lanka Aviation Hall of Fame. I can recall him and I can call him a real gentleman. He has more than 35 years in customer service, excellent contribution to the travel industry. His main objective is the customer satisfaction, who has strong humanitarian qualities in which he was won the hearts of their patrons. A gentleman with excellent leadership qualities who has helped the organization, his own staff members, I know that for sure, and the community at large. This gentleman had a very humble beginning. His contribution is successful travel operations with officers in various parts of Sri Lanka and overseas, saw them with numerous achievements and awards from the stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to honor the founder managing director and chairman of Traveller Global Private Limited, Mr. Rizvi Riyal.
Come on everybody, wipe the silence, another round of applause. I know he's a gentleman who generally doesn't like to talk.
I think I want to give some words to graduates. You are coming to an industry where this industry you can't work on a clock. You will have to see the difficulty in working on a travel company. It's a 24-hour. Sometimes you handle a corporate customer, there may be a AOG happening, something missing, a call will come, so it was 24/7. You will have to work with hearts. I have a lot of experience, coming, passing off the immigration, coming on immigration, I have a lot of experience. Maybe I will be sharing with the general later. How that we are all trying to develop tourism in this country. To develop the tourism in the country, because everybody has to get into acts. It's not only the travel companies, not only the aviation colleges, not only the airlines. So it's a big subject, so I don't want to take off your time. Let me congratulate all the stakeholders that who are passing out today. Try to work with the heart, because this is it's like this you may be 365 days that your mother or your spouse will be cooking and you are giving your food. And to the IAC, and God bless you all, what a way that we can commit. In fact, I got one application, who has been passed 2 days ago. It has been, we have been given the employment. So there are a lot of opportunities. Have faith in the industry. People will talk, I think, negative and positively. Yeah. So congratulations to everyone. Even for IAC. Thank you.
Ravi and Adil made things tough for me. I made an introduction speech, 3-hour speech, but I have to now summarize it to 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, because you all made it so. So I'm going to introduce a gentleman where I have been associating for so many years. What was once planted as a sapling is now all grown into the large tree. Here I can see a blend of extraordinary and smart students and their parents who have made this day right. They have come to us from every corner of Sri Lanka and also overseas. So here I feel privileged to stand on this podium to extend my warm welcome to all. On behalf of everyone here, heartily welcome the priceless function today. The guest of honor, Mr. Cool. I call him Mr. Cool. I will explain to you later why I call him Mr. Cool. And you have to excuse me for 2-3 minutes. I'm taking a little bit of time to introduce Mr. Cool. He's a social worker and a philanthropist and holding a prestigious name in the transportation industry. I'm incredibly thankful to him, as when we approached him with the invitation and requested him to grace this occasion as the guest of honor, Mr. Cool accepted our request. He readily agreed when he looked at today's event and its program. He is proud often by his outstanding performance in an area mostly dominated by well-reputed competitors. Nobody has ever achieved anything big in business or any work of life without courage. His valiant struggle, backed by his strong determination, brought him to where he is today. It is a privilege for all of us gathered here to have such a celebrity between us as our esteemed guest of honor. By the way, I have not mentioned his name yet. Isn't it? Mr. Cool, Mr. Cool. However, the everlasting glittering smile on his face, whenever we walk into his office, always with a smile. Face will tell who he is and his side of the story. We are all extremely happy for his illustrating career as a musician and for the successful leap it has taken to be one of the leading freight forwarders in the region for the past 40 years. And what a journey that led him becoming one of the nation's foremost leaders in a giant in the freight forwarding industry. His favorite hobby of music also led him to becoming one of the nation's most popular musicians from 𝘼𝙞𝙧𝙡𝙀𝙀 𝘼𝙞𝙧𝙡𝙀. His preliminary education was at St. Aloysius College, 𝘼𝙞𝙧𝙡, and the secondary at St. Joseph's College, Colombo. He is none other than Mr. Anselm Sunil Malavajan. First time I am calling him Anselm, all this time it has been Sunil Malavajan.
Damien, luckily it was not 3 hours, the introduction. Concise. Everybody, put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Sunil Malavajan, Mr. Cool. Definitely. An outstanding personality, always cool in whatever he does. Had the wonderful opportunity of computing many prestigious awards for him. Those ceremonies have been amazing.
And to the chairman, Mr. City, to the directors and distinguished guests, I was surprised when I got a call to come and receive this award. So
I thought, oh, I really deserved it. So anyway, I don't know, it's up to the people who decide, not for me to decide. The young students, congratulations. Main thing, a lot of people gave a lot of advice. Main thing is self-confidence. Self-confidence is very important in life. I'll tell you a story about my life. I was fortunate enough to play for the first single pop band in this country called the 𝘼𝙞𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙤. I was only 15 years old. And we had to play at the 𝘼𝙞𝙧𝙡𝙤𝙀 chocolate company. Let us sundown get together. I think Sundown, you should remember this. There were no tickets. You had to fill coupons from the paper and send them. You get a ticket. So I was 15 years old. I was a bass guitarist. And this guitar that I played is a locally made one. I must say that was at that time. That's the way to go for it. Leaving that thought with all of you, wishing you all a bright future. And by the way, we employed one from the IAC, one boy, and he's done very well, I should say. Amen. Right. So, having that thought in, I'm sure this is a remarkable day in your lives. Be cool. Do whatever you have to do. Obey your superiors always. And when you become a superior, encourage the youngsters. I leave that with you and thank you very much for the foundation.
A heartiest congratulations to Mr. Madhavana. And thank you very much. Okay, let me start up with my stuff that I got to give about some person who had been so close to me for the aviation. And he's none other than who? This 𝘼𝙤𝙬𝙗𝙗. So my friends, he joined the aviation in 1969. In 1969, I was only 19 at that time. We have calculated my age now itself. So he continued his foreign countries in the aviation field, and my acquaintance with him was at the airport. He was a senior assistant station manager at the airport, and people were impeccable. Aziz, isn't it? Okay. As Aziz had his training on various areas of aerodrome management conducted abroad, he's now one of us at the IASC. And I could say he's a great singer, a great dancer. Last time he danced with a very young girl. Actually, as a gesture of appreciation, today I thank him for giving me the opportunity to conduct my first customer service one-day program to his ASL members. And this led me actually to continue that until today. I'm still following that, not the same course, but more and more. You gave me the first place. And thank you very much, Aziz. And we call upon Mr. 𝘼𝙤𝙬𝙗𝙗 to come and receive your AI. Thank you very much.
Come on everybody, another round of applause. Well, I had to agree with everything Mr. Aziz, your friend Keith, he said you were an asset, you're one gentleman with a fantastic rapport. Was born on the same day, a year younger to me, and he was, of course, every time we call each other, happy birthday, and we say same to you. But
this award, I can imagine why 𝘼𝙞𝙧𝙡 has been awarded. I can imagine why Mr. Cool, Malavan Cool in all sorts of ways. And of course the giant in stature and heart and personality and service delivery, 𝐶𝐮𝐬. I can understand that, but why Aziz is here, I don't know. There must have been something good in me somewhere. One of the best jobs I did. I never expected to get into airlines. It was just one of those things. But I'm so glad I did. I have met so many people, so many personalities, actors, and sportsmen, and so on and so forth. I was involved in the tsunami. During the tsunami, we were landed with unsolicited gifts, and the apron was full of stuff. 𝐴𝐿32 just came. They unloaded all their stuff in the apron and the parking bays and just went off. Next was the attack on the airport. I was not there at that time, but we came the next day and we did the cleaning up, and within 24 hours, Emirates Airlines landed in the afternoon, and we fulfilled the wish of the late Mr. 𝐺.Fernando-Pulli, who was then in aviation. Nothing is beyond your reach, graduates. Life, as Mr. Chandran said, life has so much in store for you. It's all on how you look at yourself. If you look at the man in the mirror or the person in the mirror, and you like what you see, you're good. If you don't like what you see, please change it. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aziz.
Just hand over those awards that you received, because we need to recognize those kids who gave us awards. Please invite those little kids over here. Those
presentation party, don't leave. Because we're moving on to Saudi Arabia, Majid Al-Haidar. And for much. Thank you very much.
Malaysia and came to Sri Lanka in 2016. I have always had a love for aviation and came to know about IASC while going through Facebook, which caught my attention. Therefore, I enrolled into this college and have successfully completed my diplomas in cabin crew and ground operations. With the guidance of my esteemed lecturers, I have been taught many things throughout my courses with the value addition of fire and rescue training, water survival, grooming, team building, custom service, and GDS training in immediates, along with interview-facing program. Although for some, your next steps may have been determined, many of you not yet know of the direction your life will ultimately take, you may find a new calling in this next chapter, or it may be several chapters down the road. You may decide that direction you were going just doesn't seem right and use it to obtain your goals. And to wherever the next chapters in your life story may take you, make sure the journey includes joy. In closing, I would like to ask the graduates to join me in a round of applause for the family members and faculty who helped them reach this milestone. And to those in the audience who are here to honor these fine young adults, please stand and join me in congratulating our batches of 26, 27, and 28. Thank you.
Much as we now move on to Aslam, I need the all-important names. Mr. Aslam, wherever you are. Because this is where we are going to be presenting the certificates to the students who got through in ticketing reservations course. And can I please invite our chief guest, sir, can we have you to please step forward along with Dr. Sudesh and also Mr. Mahendran to also join in. Certificates to ticketing batch 26, Sanduni Samaravira. Also Lakmini Hansamali Karunatilaka. Netbal Ransara Amaravira. Can all come up to receive your certificates. Nabil Jamal, Tuan Ashif Ahmed, Tiara Kotalabala. Rajasekaram Nerujan, Tiasha Donald, Tuan Awab Qasim, Hisara Disanayaka, Hiruni Navisha Fernando, Manusha Shinali Jasundara, Tishula Madhuka De Silva, and Aisha Erandi. Everybody put your hands together and give all of them a round of applause. Please go ahead, give them a round of applause. This is their moment.
Now let's move on to recognize the ticketing batch 27, MFM Samlan, Vatukarage Harsha Dilhani, Rasanjali Abe Singer, and Melisha Benjamin Franklin. Please go ahead, let's have the applause continuing. And the ticketing batch 28, Imesha Udeshi Jabardana, Irosha Randula Kodikara, Rwandika Vijay Singha, Shehan Vikram Singha, Sankalpa, Siddhimina Sugadasiri, Sanjit Sewanda Rajapaksa, Mohammed Iqbal, Abdul Rahman, Pasindu Deshan Danapala, and Supun Nirmal. Also, Mohammed Nisbar, Mohammed Ismail, Jacqueline Kasunka, and Manjula Lakmali. I'm sure we can put our hands together and give all of them yet another round of applause, our heartiest congratulations. And while our presenters are on stage, we need to recognize a very special individual, the student coordinator of IAAC, none other than 𝐵 Michelle. Everybody, let's hear it. She is the best employee. Everybody, a better round of applause, the best employee. She receives the Best Employee Award for 2022. Congratulations, 𝐵 Michelle. Congratulations. Thank you very much, our presentation party. Thank you. And the ground operations lecturers, Mohammed Iftikhar, Johan Paterina, Daryl Dharmasena, Janika Pereira, and Mr. Shannon Ambrose. Ground Operations Batch 26, Lakash Shihara Silva, Shammi Nimeshika Samuduni, Rochelle Sandali Tennakon, Ishanka Dilshan Nainajit, Sinuni Savitma, Hasindu Ravishka Dilshan, Neduni Udara, Salani Malsha Mirian, Chamara Amarajit Paturana, Maheshika Sewandi, Mohammed Fazleen, Visal Atabatu, Dilini Chaturika Amar Singha, Shashika Dilhani Fernando, Prabodha Ishari Daneshwari, Mohammed Himaz Sibiti, Ravisha Shehani Serasingha, Serena Divyanjali, and Nadisha Madhushani. Everybody put your hands together and give them a round of applause. he was awarded a number of medals and decorations, including the decorations VSV, the highest recognition given to a service officer by His Excellency the President, and RWP for his bravery and USP for his character. Without further ado, I have the pleasure of inviting our chief guest, Major General Chandrasiri. All yours.
Thank you, Mr. Abbas, for your introduction. Really appreciate it. The head and distinguished members of the Board of International Airlines and Aviation College, Mr. 𝐵𝐸𝐺, Mr. Mohammed Adil, Mr. 𝐷𝘣𝙝𝙑𝙑𝙘𝙧𝙡𝙀𝙀, and Mr. 𝘠𝑚𝑠𝑖𝑛 and also the members of the faculty and also the lecturers of the college. The distinguished industrial stalwarts who have been honored today with the IAAC Hall of Fame, namely Mr. 𝐶𝐵𝐻𝑒𝑑 the country head of Emirates, is not available here now at the moment, but it's my duty to mention. Mr. 𝘼𝐸𝐺𝑒 Rayal, Chairman and Managing Director of the Travel Global Private Limited, and Mr. Ramsin Aziz, retired Assistant Airport Manager, ASL, Mr. Sunil Balavana, the Managing Director, Speedmark Transportations Limited, present here now. Okay. Other distinguished guests, the recipients of certificates and the graduates, other students, parents, and everyone gathered here today. Good afternoon, everyone. I am indeed honored to grace this solemn occasion as the chief guest and to witness the graduation of yet another cohort of students of the International Airline and Aviation College. It is indeed a memorable occasion for you, to your parents and your teachers who molded you to qualify for getting these certificates. It's a memorable occasion for me too, and I thank the Board of International Airlines and Aviation College for the honor bestowed on me by inviting me to be the chief guest at this occasion. When looking at your institution, when I went through the presentation given in the morning, there are several things that I note with profound interest. I know that your college activities have commenced in late 2015. In a short period of approximately 8 years, according to the aviation standards, you have matured into an aviation training institution, catering to nearly 100 students. During this time, you have turned out more than 1,000 graduates who have been successful in securing employment in key organizations related to aviation industry, including International Airlines. Next, I note that your training portfolio includes courses of high demand in the industry such as airline ticketing, cabin crew training, pilot training, and cargo operations training. It is also noteworthy that yours is a privately owned institution, which means that all initial investments to set up your college would have come from entrepreneurs. It is very significant because at present there are no state-owned institutions that cater to several vital trades in aviation industry. You are undertaking to invest in an institution that partly feels as the head of the state correction, and that wide could be regarded as the fulfillment of a national obligation, which is commendable. Although yours is a private institution, you have nevertheless achieved formal recognition of the state by way of being registered as a vocational training provider by the Treasury and Vocational Education Commission of the Government of Sri Lanka. I am personally aware that this is not something that could be easily obtained, and that it is an outcome of a very stringent assessment process. The fact that you have successfully cleared that hurdle speaks volumes about your competence as a training institution. You also have been acclaimed regionally by way of an award, which too is highly commendable. You are well recognized in the aviation industry. At the head of the state organization that operates and maintains all civilian international airports in the country and provides air navigation services in the designated airspace, I am particularly happy to note the availability of a competent training institution that caters to the airline industry. As you know, airports and airlines complement each other and depends on one another for its operations. An efficient airline industry is an essential prerequisite for the airport industry to be efficient and vice versa. We are the customer and the service provider for each other at the same time, an interesting phenomenon seldom found in other industries. As some of you may know, the International Civil Aviation Organization, known as ICAO, predicted a worldwide shortage of personnel to man the aviation industry sometime back. The COVID-19 pandemic made it worse. It is now predicted that by year 2032, that is approximately 10 years from now, the world will be short of 80,000 pilots. That is undoubtedly an alarming figure that would frighten anyone with an interest in the aviation industry. The same fate, more or less, awaits the trade flight air traffic control. Most of the air traffic control is leaving the organization and going for other organizations. Aircraft maintenance, flight dispatch, navigation aid maintenance, and almost every other trade connected with aviation. Ladies and gentlemen, students, even the total identified aviation training capacity of the entire world put together is insufficient to turn out adequate number of trained personnel to meet this projected gap. Government institution alone cannot meet this demand. Why, as I mentioned earlier, the contribution of the private sector in aviation training becomes important and significant. Your institution could take pride in having been a pioneer in this regard. It's however necessary to keep up your competency, especially because achievements like registration of the Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission are not lifetime grants, but need to be renewed through periodic assessment and maintain the highest standards always. Having been operational for 8 years implies that you have already cleared that hurdle with the outstanding leadership of all these senior gentlemen who are here several times, and wish you all the best to continue that honor for future as well. Ladies and gentlemen, students, I take this opportunity to congratulate all the sons and daughters who will be graduating today, who have already graduated. You are entering a very serious, extremely safety-critical industry and face with constant challenges ranging from bad weather to man-made unlawful interferences. The sound education and training that you received at International Airline and Aviation College would be a definite asset to navigation through these challenges. I would also take this opportunity to congratulate the members of the able faculty of International Airline and Aviation College for a splendid job done turning out these graduates. Ladies and gentlemen. Dear students, a word of caution from me. Please remember, whatever the responsibilities that you carry out in the aviation industry in future, and the challenges that you are going to encounter, face them with confidence and maturity. You will be facing enough challenges in future when you are in this industry. And maintain the highest level of honesty and integrity in all your future endeavors. Always remember, the state-owned company that I share as Airport and Aviation Service Sri Lanka Limited also operates its own aviation training institution. It's an academy now, named the Sri Lanka Airport and Aviation Academy. It is located close to Colombo International Airport, Ravmalana. I think most of the senior gentlemen must know that. It's an ICAO accredited aviation training institution. The only one in the island at the moment. It is also the only organization approved by the Civil Aviation Authority of Sri Lanka for the training of air traffic controllers. As I mentioned earlier, airport and airline industry complement each other. And I envisage a lot of room for collaboration between the two training institutions, Airport and Aviation Sri Lanka Limited and your training institutions. It will be of mutual benefit to both institutions and would ultimately benefit the local aviation industry immensely. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior member of this college, I invite you to engage with us on discussion in that regard in future. Once again, offering my best wishes to the graduates, the certificate holders today, and to the International Airline Aviation College. Let me wind up. Wishing all of you gathered here a very good afternoon and good day. Thank you very much. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Major General, for sharing your words of wisdom, wealth of experience, words of
currently living. I was born and raised in Saudi Arabia. Studying in IAC has inspired me a lot to love the aviation field. And special thanks to Mr. Aslam and Mr. Adib for inspiring me a lot and diverting my mind, making me think that everything is possible if you try and you can achieve your dreams. And to all my fellow batchmates, I would like to say that nothing is impossible if you keep on working hard, if you keep on dreaming it, and if you step these steps and go forward, you can make it. And I would like to thank the guests who came here to honor us and everyone for the batch 26, 27 and 28. And thank you so much.
Students have been waiting for. This is where we are going to be announcing the batch tops. And for that, can I please invite our presentation party, our chief guest, Major General. Can we have you to please step forward? Also, Dr. 𝘼𝙞𝙧𝙡𝙀𝙀𝙀. We also would like to invite Mr. 𝘂𝐻 Head of Training, 𝘼𝙞𝙬𝙧𝙡𝙀𝙀, Senior Lecturer and Board Member, Mr. Damien, Mr. Adi, Mr. Johan, Mr. Shannon, Mr. 𝘼𝙤𝙀𝙧𝙡𝙀𝙀. So it's been a pleasure having you with us today at this prestigious event. Thank you very much. We all be seated. You may take your seats. Thank you very much. Mr. Aslam Shafi. Come on, everybody, put your hands together and give him a well-deserved round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear parents, my dear students, I feel great with my privilege for providing me this great opportunity to propose the vote of thanks today on behalf of management of IAC. You know that we just concluded successfully our graduation day ceremony. This achievement is due to the support and cooperation of various people involved. First of all, let me thank our chief guest, Chairman Sir, and our Aviation Hall of Fame, all the fame, and our honorable guest for accepting our invitation with a short notice and gracing the occasion promptly. Dear Sir, Madam, we do appreciate your presence despite your other commitments. Thank you once again. Secondly, we do thank the IAC Board of Management, funding and bearing all costs of the ceremony. It is a great deal indeed. Our gratitude goes to the award-winning students whose punctuality and regular attendance made this ceremony grand. Thank you, dear graduates, for your keen interest. We equally appreciate the parents for the support you have rendered to make this day joyful, one of your loved ones. Our thanks also go to the current students who made speeches and those who served as helpers supporting for this event for a smooth operation. We have not forgotten the assistance we received from our panel of lecturers for planning the day's ceremony very carefully. Thank you, sir. The venue plays a big role for the success of this ceremony. We thank the management of the BMICH for providing us a hall with all convenience and amenities. Last but not least, the organizing committee of the graduation day ceremony. My team, I can't forget them. Last but not least, namely Mr. Dylan Augustine, Mr. 𝐿𝐶𝐬𝐿, Ms. Sheshani Kavisha, Ms. 𝐿𝐶𝐬𝐿 Michelle, and Mr. 𝘖𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐻𝑒𝐿 Mohideen. Is worthy of a special thanks for organizing it so well in a given time. Bravo, guys. We won't be reaching this height without your support. While regretting if I miss out anyone, I once again thank you each and every one of you who have taken part of this to make this event a grand and success. Thank you so much.